What is up, gamers? RC Stylez here. Welcome to the final game of the 2019 Mutant Football League season. Now, this is the final game of the regular season. Galaxy Chaos has already clinched their position in the playoffs, as well as having home field advantage. So the playoffs will be taking place here, probably starting this coming Friday. So with that information out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the game.
We're here at HELNL Stadium in Gehenna, Texas. Owner, GM, and coach Scary Clones wants his newly completed art installation to get the crowd pumped. But most are just wondering why a bunch of naked painted orcs are gyrating in the lobby. It's the final game of the regular season, and we've got a bone-breaking matchup. Here come the teams on the field now. The Galaxy Chaos face off against the Malice Hellboys. Have won the skull flip and can choose to kick off or receive. They choose to receive. This is Grim Blitzrow, and this is the final game of a grueling season. Now let's go to the sidelines for the pregame speech. And we are just about ready for kickoff on this, the last game of the regular season. Hi everyone, Grim Blitzrow with my partner Brickhead Mulligan and the mutant troll that lives on his shoulders, Bricks Jr. Hey Bricks, next time you shave, you ought to whack that little ingrown hair off your shoulder.
Ain't me. Hey, speaking of whacking though, wow, get a lot of them cheerleaders.
And moving on. His cleats are caked in blood and guts, and he's looking to score.
What do you mean? Just keep practicing, hon. You know how to do this. I know, hon, but you gotta get used to it.
Here comes the extra point.
It's just like last time.
It goes right through.
Yeah, like a double-stuffed burrito from Taco Hell.
The home crowd isn't impressed with that showing, but their team has a chance to respond. Oh, and he just left an outline on the ground like he was trying to wipe out the dinosaurs.
Must be opposite day because he's the one who just got wiped out.
And it's 1st and 10. Oh, that was a big hit. Hey, Bricks, I bet you took a lot of shots like that over your career.
Let's see. About a quarter after 3, Grim, but my watch is a bit slow.
2nd down and 5. Interception, and that's how you stop an offense. Oh, with the brutal hit. And it's 1st and 10.
Oh, sure, now he catches it. I had this guy on my fantasy team last week. I lost so much money on him, not to mention my kneecaps. My loan shark is very anal about collecting my money on time, Grim.
And it's 1st and 10. And with that amazing run, he bursts through the end zone for 6. like a 2-foot putt.
You miss 2-foot putts all the time, Grim.
Straight through the uprights. They're looking for a good return after giving up points. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, let's see if they always suck or if that was just a one-time thing.
And it's 1st and 10. The offense is pretty much unstoppable when they use their Beast Boost injection. Close your eyes, Bricks. This is going to get ugly fast. They go to the ground game and pick up the first. Nicely done. And it's 1st and 10. Running game is starting to click now. A pickup of 8 on the play. That's the end of quarter 1. Well, the good news is there's still time to make it a game.
And there's still time to get a beer.
Second down and 2. Oh, man, the offense called a murder ball.
That's a little on the nose, don't you think?
And he reels that one in for a first down to keep the drive alive. And it's 1st and 10. And that pass is good for about 5 yards. Second down and 5. And that's a pass that went nowhere.
That's like me at the hotel bar every night.
Hey, maybe you need a better opening line then. You want to see the teeth growing out of the roof of my mouth?
What? The book How to Pick Up Girls and Tell Them Something Unique About Yourself. That's unique.
And they call a ginormous dirty trick.
He's so big that the last time he's...
Nicely done. Picks up 3 on that pass play.
Ooh la la.
They get ready for the kick. This isn't a gimme. And it's good.
You know, Grim, in this league we're murder. Is that right, Grim? That penalty makes no sense.
Hey, something ain't kosher here, and I'm not talking about the corned beef with extra mayo.
Oh, boy, they're good.
And they've had enough. The offense jumps off sides and attacks the ref. And they'll line up for the punt here. They're going for a fake punt. That's riskier than sticking your hand in a blender and flip. And the defense won that one handily. The offense fails on 4th down and turns the ball over. And it's 1st and 10. And they call a 14 dirty trick. Devastating hit, knocks the ball loose. Oh, nice hit. Just called a time warp dirty trick. And now it's like everything that just happened didn't.
Get Brick's mom on the phone quick. I want to use 13,000 of those time warps and undo a mistake she did about 35 years ago.
And the rubber is moving crazy fast. Look at the pick. And the defense calls the thunderclap dirty trick. Man, that's gotta hurt.
That'll make the hair on corpse stand straight up.
And it's 1st and 10. And the runner is moving crazy fast. Look, if you don't hear it coming, it'll knock you right on your... Oh, and the quarterback threads the needle for a 1st down. And it's 1st and 10. Well, that's the end of his day. Looks like he had a bad case of the worms.
I can't unsee that.
Yep.
And the offense has only 2 running backs left, and the defense is
Yeah,
licking
we're
their
just gonna have
lips.
to hang out outside
They
though.
would hit those last 2 runners for this.
Alright, man.
Well, this should be easy, but with kickers, you never know. The kick is good.
As
Come on,
expected,
man.
those are pretty much just gimmies.
They need a good return here to set up the offense. Looks like he'll be able to run this one back if he's not terrified for his life.
He is, but he's got no choice.
At the end of quarter 2, it's a blowout. We now go to our halftime show sponsored by Monsatan Industries. And it's the MFL halftime. Boy, these guys are going to need to pull off a huge comeback in the second half to win this game. Here comes the kickoff.
Grab their toes. Why do we even come back here and bother? This is a waste of my time.
Yeah, if only one team is going to show up, why should we have to?
The home crowd isn't impressed with that showing, but their team has a chance to respond. And it's 1st and 10. He took a beast boost injection. Now watch him stomp all over his opponents.
I want to take a beast boost injection too.
And he finds open spaces running toward the end zone.
Turn on your jets, you son of a bitch!
1st down. He hit that line the way it rolled up dollar bills sticking out of flimsy Lohan's nose. It's a mare in Lost Wages, Nevada.
And it's 1st and 10. He blasted and picks up 7 yards right there. Second and 3. At this point, with multiple interceptions, the QB should just throw in the towel.
Yeah, he'd probably have it intercepted, though.
Don't you just love the sound of bones snapping and cracking? I mean, when they're not yawn.
And it's 1st and 10. And he sends him to the ground with an exclamation point.
And a well-placed cleat.
Second down and 6. And the ground game is starting to soften up the defense. 1st down. Defense holds him to a 4-yard pickup there. That's the end of the third quarter. And look, folks, I'll be honest, I don't see a chance in hell here. It might be time to change the channel. I think Heidi's playing on Superstation WKRP. Second down and 6. And that'll give them 4 more downs to punish the defense. And you better believe they will. First and 10. And he put on the afterburners after that catch and scored. Nicely done. Well, little chip shot here, extra point, but this guy could blow it. It's good. When you give up points, you need to get them back. Here comes the kickoff. Let's see if they can make them pay. First and 10. And the ball razors through the defense, cutting a defender in half.
That means he can wrap up the other half.
And he reels that one in for a first down to keep the drive alive. Offense. The offense needs to run out of bounds or take a timeout. Whenever a player gets big like this, it reminds me of that Tom Hanks movie.
Philadelphia, good movie.
Yeah, Philadelphia, Bricks. Keep drinking the cough syrup. And the quarterback drills one in for the first down. And it's first and 10. They stop the clock with their first timeout, leaving them with 2 in case they need them.
Yeah, just like condoms, hatchets, and wives, huh, Grim? You know, you just summed up why we don't get together outside of work, Bricks.
And the quarterback signals for a hurry-up offense.
Hey, Grim, what's the hurry-up offense?
There's no huddle. The offense calls plays at the line of scrimmage and plays really fast.
Why would they do that?
And that is called for a first down. And it's first and 10. QB saves some clock by calling a timeout. They have 1 left. Changes the pace by going into a hurry-up.
Does that mean the defense gets into a hurry-up, too?
And an 8-yard gain on that one.
Like when Bricks' mom decided to move back in with us.
Second down and 2. That's it. That's their last time out. It's them against the other team and the clock.
Well, that doesn't seem fair. I'm going to throw a hammer on the field and even the odds.
And the quarterback goes into a hurry-up offense and calls all the plays from the line of scrimmage from here on out. Third down and 3. And they're going to have to sell their souls for this to matter. Looking for them? I know a guy. And that is one big first down. The QB needs to stop kissing his lineman and get back to the line of scrimmage. First and 2. And into the end zone for a touchdown. Once he got his hands on that pass, they might consider calling a kill the ref play. Just saying. This is a first and long. Offense says it's time to put the ref out of his misery. The quarterback shifts gears and goes into his hurry-up offense. They pick up 3 on a short pass. Second down, and we've got to pick up at least half of this. That's a nice catch for 5 yards. The Hellboys are defeated today. They've got 99 problems, but a win ain't one of them.
That's right, Grim. Just like a bridge over troubled water.
Like a whole lot of Rosie.
The game's most valuable player is speaking about the victory now. Grim Blitzrow with Brickhead Mulligan and Bricks Jr. and all the folks at Evil SN and the MFL. Want to thank you for being part of this entertaining season. For the teams who have made it to the playoffs, good luck. And for those that didn't, well, there's always next year.
Today's game was brought to you by Comcrack Entertainment. They're not happy until you're not happy.
Alright, well there you have it. Galaxy Chaos pulled off a undefeated season. We'll be heading into the playoffs with home field advantage. Let's take a look and see what our first, how that schedule's going to look. Alright. There, you get a little bit of the bracket. We're going to go up against the Jugglers first. And then there's a chance between Full Metal Mayhem and Mile High Chronic that we could either play against them. On the other side of the spectrum, we got Philadelphia Evils going up against Purple Mutant Eaters. And I'm not sure what those other 2 teams are right there. It'd be kind of cool if... I'm saying this lightly, it'd be really cool if it was Galaxy Chaos and Philadelphia Evils and Mayhem Bowl 2, but that remains to be seen. Until we start the playoffs, which will be taking place on this Friday, I will see you then.